Like, who is outside smoking weed?
Pass me that blunt. Who's outside smoking weed? Goddamn.
And why they not sharing, right?
And they ain't even passing.
No.
Here, take it back, Cassandra.
Absolutely not. I'm like, why do I smell weed outside my door? Right. And then, so that's me looking to my left. I turn to my right. And there is a man sleeping on my couch.
Break it up.
Oh my God.
All right, y'all. Let's break it up.
Outside there.
Welcome to this episode of No Unsolicited Advice. I am your host, Sade. These are my co-hosts, Steve, and we have Craig. And then we also have Sky Daddy, who may interject from time to time. He is our Sky Daddy. All right. So today I'm actually coming to you guys for advice.
Okay.
I'm coming to you all for advice. So I have a very extensive story to tell of my worst roommate experience. And the reason I am coming to you all for advice is because even though she's been gone and out of my life for about 4.5 to 5 years, things have kind of circled back around to an extent. And so I kind of need advice on how to proceed. I've made a decision, but you guys might disagree with my decision. Okay. So before I get into the current situation, I'm going to give you some background history about why this person I've kicked out of my life. Okay. And before I do that, remember, guys, we are just your average Joe Schmoes. So any advice and opinions that we give, they are ours and ours alone. Take it with a grain of salt. If you need professional help, seek elsewhere because we are not professionals. We are just regular people. All right. So this story begins back in... Gosh, what was 5 years ago? We're in 2020. 2020. Yeah, this story begins back in 2020.
We're track 5 from 20.
Yeah, well, yeah, I got that. I had to think about it, but yes, I got it. 2020. So she calls me up.
Still COVID.
Yeah, still COVID. She calls me up, and she is asking for a place to stay. She said essentially her and her 2-year-old daughter at the time were homeless. Let's give her a name. We'll call her Cassandra. Okay. And her daughter's name is...
Momo.
Momo? Is it Momo?
Momo.
Okay,
Momo just sounds adorable.
Momo.
I would take care of Momo. Come here,
Momo.
baby. Come here, baby. Momo, come here.
All right. Cassandra and Momo. All right. So... Cassandra calls me up. She says that she is basically couch hopping from her friend's house and she needs a place to stay with her and Momo. Momo's 2 years old at the time. Also at that time, it's just me and my daughter. My daughter is 3 or 4? She's 4. Yeah, 4. And I had to think about it.
Gotta stick to the story now.
I had to do math again in my head.
Subtract 5.
Right, subtract 5. And so after thinking it over very quickly, I'm terrible about making rash decisions. But,
you telling me?
Man.
Chile? Telling me.
Listen, I'm not the only person in this room terrible at making rash decisions, but we're not going there, okay?
My heart.
We're not going to go there, okay?
That question came rumbling through there. I love that. Just everybody there.
Everybody's throwing under the bus. If I'm going under the bus, we all going under the bus, okay? We all taking a trip.
It's so harsh. I love it,
So I say yes. And at the time, she was living in Savannah. I live outside of Atlanta. So I had to make a trip to go and get her to bring her back to Atlanta where I live. I didn't ask a lot of questions. And I should have asked more questions. I didn't ask.
Big surprise. She just didn't ask no questions.
I didn't ask a lot of questions. I didn't go through the whole. Well, how did
Have
you
you
end
even
up
seen
in
this person before? Did you?
So,
or was it all on video call?
No.
Your friendship was all on video call with this one too.
I knew her because we used to dance together in middle and high school.
I don't know why I thought she was about to say date.
No,
she said
dance together.
She said dance. I was like, oh.
I did not.
I don't know.
There was no droll in there at all, sir.
What kind of dancing are we talking about? Just
like ballet, tap, jazz, hip hop.
Oh, okay.
Middle school, high school.
I was just gonna leave it like that because I didn't want to expose anybody's secrets. Yeah. I was already.
Hey, the bus I've been through here one time. We might as well just see how far we can go.
Oh my gosh! So
the bus is on standby.
No more buses. So that's how I knew her from like 8th grade through senior year, and then so I go down, I go get her, and I bring her and her daughter home with me. Okay, the first 60 days was a whirlwind in itself. So she was on probation. I learned on the drive from Savannah to Atlanta that this woman was previously a drug addict, previously sold other illegal things that were not drugs. And
so I guess what gave it away was all the sirens and the helicopters that was following you on the way to.
Listen,
on the way
so many red flags that if I had just asked the questions beforehand,
are you a criminal?
Discerning.
That's not what you asked a friend
beforehand. But needless to say, didn't learn these things until we were already on our way back to Atlanta. And when we get to Atlanta, we on the way here, we talk about like, hey, let's just focus on you getting on your feet, getting a job.
Let's focus on probation first.
Well, I didn't know she was on probation. I don't think until like I said, the ride up here. And so we get here probably within the first 2-3 weeks. She's like, oh, I need to go check in with my probation officer. And I was like, oh, okay. So she goes and does that. And I get a phone call from her, and she's telling me that she's being arrested and is going to jail. So I go from being single parent of one child now to single parent of 2 children. And she ends up in jail for almost 30 days.
Okay.
And during that time, of course, I'm taking care of little one as though she's mine, buying clothes, paying for daycare, because the little girl wasn't potty trained, so wipes and pull-ups and
gotta take care of Momo.
Taking care of Momo. Little Momo was becoming the homie. She was the homie.
Being a mama to Momo.
Yeah. Sweet little girl. Although I will say at first she would not talk to me, but that was, I don't know why that was. I guess she was just feeling me out, trying to make sure that I was safe. So I can't hold it against Momo.
Oh, maybe she just didn't want to get to know your name, but she was going to we're going to be leaving soon anyway.
Right. She's so used to having an unstable home. And so when she gets into a more stable situation, she's still like, not sure.
My life.
But she eventually warms up, and she's talking to me and my daughter and getting well adjusted. And whenever I tell you there was like a huge difference in the way that Momo interacted with me and my daughter versus her own mother. Like when her own mother was around, she was like off the chain. But whenever it was just me, her, my daughter, she was so calm and sweet. So there was this weird dynamic going on with them. But that's besides the point. Okay, let's get back to on track. So she gets out of jail like less than 30 days after she gets arrested. It was like 20-something days. And I bring her home. Whenever she comes back, I've supplied her with a big box of diapers, big box of wipes. I've redone the room so it feels more like a home situation and not like I'm just stopping in for a visit kind of situation. And that's my problem. Like taking people in like not. Okay,
you'll gonna tell you your problem later.
Yeah, we'll get into more of my problems later.
I'm just too good of a person.
I am.
Don't ever trust those people. Don't ever trust the people.
Okay.
The people that be like, you know what? My biggest flaw? I love so hard.
But that's true sometimes.
Oh, don't ever trust that person. Don't ever trust that person.
Okay. Yeah. But anyway, so when she gets out, so she had gotten a job before she got locked up. She worked that job for maybe like a week or two. And so when she got out, she had a paycheck waiting for her. It wasn't much of a paycheck, but it was a paycheck, okay? Because it was only like maybe a week's worth of pay. And so when she gets out, she goes and she picks up that paycheck. And eventually those people tell her that she can come back and work there. But there's like a week or two gap between the time she gets out and goes to work back there. So when she picks up that paycheck, homegirl is spending money. Like she is getting her hair done. She is buying up alcohol and just having a good time.
She didn't go to jail for nothing.
So I didn't say anything. Like how you want to spend your money is how you want to spend your money. But then about a week or two goes by and she looks to me and she's like, hey, can I have some money to buy Momo some diapers and wipes? And I was like, no. And she was like, what? I said, no.
She's like, aren't you my sky daddy?
Right. I'm like, what happened to the money? What happened to the money that you got on your check? And she was like, oh, I spent that. I was like, well, you knew that you had this responsibility of a daughter. Why didn't you put some of that money aside? Because you knew she was going to eventually need more pull-ups and wipes. Like
she was going to keep living eventually, right?
I did my part while you were locked up. I've done my part. I'm not doing anything else. Like, as far as providing for your child, that's your child. So she's not happy about this, but she calls her grandmother. Her grandmother sends her the money. So that was like first like inclination, like this woman is a user. Because I've already extended myself enough to take care of your child while you were gone. And now you're trying to see how much you can get over on me now that part is done. And so probably about another week or two goes by. And she comes to me and she says, hey, can I use your car? Because I want to go out with my friends. I was locked up. Yeah, that part. I was locked up for a while and I just want to go and blow off some steam.
Blow another check.
And so I was just like, well, under a condition of like, you can use my car, but you need to bring it back with a full tank of gas and clean it out.
Yes, Mom.
And she says, okay. And she was like, but I wanted to use the car tonight. And so can I clean it out this weekend? I was like, that's fine. Now, so this woman does not live in Atlanta. So in the back of my head, I'm thinking, what friends do you have here? And if these are your friends, why aren't you staying with them instead of with me? I haven't seen you or been around you since we were in high school. So if these are so much of your friends, why aren't you leaning on them for support?
Again, questions you should have asked.
Questions I should have asked, but I did not. So she goes and she spends time with them. And the next morning, whenever I get up to go drive us both to work and our children to daycare, I noticed that my side view mirror is broken. And so I asked her, I'm like, hey, did you break the side view mirror? She's like, no, it was like that. I drive this car every day. This mirror was not broken when you took my car.
Yeah, sometimes you just can't ask people Nothing.
No.
You just hey man, listen, go ahead, fix it.
The lies.
Because ain't nobody, anytime you know what, kind of think of it, even if you ask me, and I know I did it, and I know how I am, I would probably say, nah, I ain't do that.
Really? You
No,
would lie? See,
I ain't do
the
it.
other episode, you was accusing me of being a liar because you knew it was really you.
No, but I'm just saying, that's like a normal response. Like, just don't even worry about even asking. Just straight, hey man, listen, I know you broke that.
Stephen, I don't co-sign. That's not.
I know. I don't co-sign that either.
You broke it. You know you broke it. Go ahead. Don't give nobody an opportunity. I'm learning that now. Don't give nobody an opportunity. Because the minute you tell them that, the minute you say, hey, did you do... that wasn't me. I don't know who that. I don't know who that was.
I do believe that you should have said, like, how did my mirror get broken instead of did she? I mean, you know the answer to that question already. How?
It wasn't broken. You already have established this is a mother-daughter relationship. You have to know that you are talking.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So that weekend I had to work on Saturday. And she's like, "Oh, I can take you to work and go and clean out your car." Like she was part of her bargain. Like she used the car, she go cleans out the car.
Now you got to fix the mirror too.
And I'm like, that's fine because I work right down the street from a car wash place, right? So we go to my job. It's on a Saturday. I only work like a half a day on Saturday. So she drops me off. She goes and takes the car to get it cleaned out. I'm working in North Druid Hills area, for context, for those of you that live in the Atlanta area. Work in North Druid Hills. So she takes my car to go down the street, clean it out. A few hours pass by, and this woman is still not back. I get a call probably 30 minutes to an hour by the time it's for me to get off. And when I answer the phone, so side note, she did not have cell phone service. She could only call if she was connected to Wi-Fi. Okay? That's important for later on in the story.
That's how she can party hard.
This is important for later in the service. Ain't got no rent. Okay. So she calls me. She's like, apologizing profusely. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm like, what is wrong? And she says, I crashed your car.
Awesome.
Oh,
what? Huh?
Yeah. Like, I mean, because of course she would have to crash the car so you would understand that she's obviously the person that broke the mirror.
So she had to break the rest of the car?
I'm thinking like once she broke the mirror, you better not hold her car.
Oh, my
you gonna let me use the car again? Okay.
Where they do that at?
Man, okay. Listen, Gullible Island. Gullible Island over here.
She crashed your car. Oh, let's hear it.
All gas, no brakes.
I'm like, what do you mean you crashed the car? I'm like, where are you? Well, first, I was like, how bad is it?
I'm upside down right now.
She's not upside down. She didn't have any Wi-Fi for that. So
right, she didn't have any Wi-Fi.
I'm upside down and I'm catching fire as we speak.
She tells me that the tire came off the car. Okay? So I'm like, okay, so it can't drive. And I'm like, are you okay? And she says, yes. And so I ask her, where are you? She tells me she's in Sandy Springs. Sandy Springs is 20 minutes from my job. What are you doing in Sandy Springs? You were just supposed to be going down the street to clean out the car and come back. And so I asked her, why are you in Sandy Springs? She says, oh, I had a job interview to
at a racetrack.
Man, I was like, what? She said, I had a job interview. I was meeting with some guy to talk about cleaning out apartments after people move out. And I said, what job interview could you have possibly gone on in yoga pants and flip-flops? When you left me, you were in yoga pants and flip-flops.
That sounds like a cleaning
No, it
job,
does not. Not for an interview. No.
That sounds...
No.
She can start today.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, maybe.
No. So I had to call a friend to come and get me, to take me to where she was at. And the reason this really pissed me off is because you knew.
Had no car.
Well, other than the fact that you wrecked my car.
The reason why I'm really pissed off. No, the car.
I mean, the car, yes.
The car didn't make her mad. Something else did.
No.
I
hate being lied to. I hate being lied to. And the fact that you had to have known that you were going to go to Sandy Springs when you dropped me off to work today and you said nothing about it because
I need to write this down.
You have no cell phone service. So you had to know that you was going to go someplace other than where you told me you were going. I hate being lied to. Why are you laughing? Why are you over there chuckling and looking at me laughing?
She lied to you about the mirror, the rear view.
This episode is really going to be easy.
What you writing down? Ain't nothing to even write down. What you write down? This is simple as it can be.
Yeah. Come on. Let's get to the end.
I told you. I'm Gullible Island right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Gullible.
No. This is
more like stupid.
This ain't.
Oh my gosh. This was all within like a 2 to 3 month period. Yeah. But anyway, so I go there, and whenever I tell you, this was the first time that I wanted to hit somebody so bad that I had to walk away. And I walked for over an hour. And I didn't know where I was going. I ain't been to Sandy Springs ever. And I just kept walking because I knew.
Forrest Gump.
She just kept going.
I just kept going. I was like, if I stay here and I look this woman in her face, we gonna end up fighting. And so I had to walk away.
Did you like these on?
No, I don't even remember. I was still in my work clothes.
They were no good after she did all that walking.
Man, I was so
What
angry.
the car look like? What the car look like?
The car, it looked like she drove straight into a tree. Like there was a big dent in the front, like a U-shaped dent in the front, like she had drove straight into a tree. And I asked her, how did this happen? And she's like,
once again, you asking questions that
I know. I'm asking questions of a liar.
More lies.
Of a liar, right? And she says, "Oh, I swerved not to hit a." I can't remember if she says it was a dog or a cat, but she was like a dog. I think she said dog at first. Ran in front of the car and she swerved, so she didn't hit it.
So it changed to a cat.
It changed into another animal the next time I asked her the next morning.
Where the police were in this? Where the police never came?
They never showed up. I don't know what happened.
Because she never called them. I wonder why.
I wonder why. So we ended up having to get the car intoxicated. Probably. She probably was.
A little high.
So we ended up getting it towed to the house. Thankfully, my friend who came to help me in this situation, he came and found me after I walked for an hour. He came and found me, brought me back.
Gave you some treats. Come on. Come back this way. Come back this way.
But he brought me to the car and brought me home. We followed the tow truck to the car, or tow truck to the house. It was so bad. Oh my gosh.
So what is the advice that you need? Because we
ain't even there yet. We're not even to the worst parts.
We have all the answers already.
We're not even to the worst parts of the story.
This lady said it's more.
It's more.
She said, hold on.
So the next day, I'm able to go out and get another vehicle. Okay.
See, this is the whole problem. Y'all can go out and get vehicles at the drop of a hat. See, this
must be nice, yeah.
See, this is what happens when y'all got too much.
I mean, back in the day, back then.
Back in the day, you do that with your mama. I ain't never get in a car ever again.
Well, she never drove another vehicle. She didn't drive the next one at all. No.
So you needed some martyr time to help you understand.
Hold up. That's not the car you tried to sell me, is it? I know me. You talking about?
I got a one-wheel car.
She did try to sell me a car.
It was not that car.
It's shaped like the old school Batmobile in the front.
She said the engine light just never went off. It had no engine.
No, it's not that car. Oh my gosh. So after that happened, things settled down a little bit for a little while, but she comes to me out of the blue after working her new job, and she's like,
"Is this the one that? Did she get it?
The same job, yeah.
Oh, she got it. So you know,
the cleaning.
No, not the cleaning job. The job that she had before she got locked up. Remember, I said
I was about to say, so the flip flops and the pajamas actually worked.
No, she was there to see a man. She wasn't there. She was not there for no cleaning job. She was there to see a man.
I don't even think she was there to see a man. She was there.
No, she was there to see a man.
She was there to get something.
I told you.
A man that had something else for her besides some dick. Yeah. He has some.
We all know Sade wouldn't let no man come in her crib. So
and okay, so this is where the story takes. Whenever I tell you, I came so close to fighting this woman. If my daughter was not there, she and I would have been fighting with this next one. Okay, so another situation. Yes, so I found out that her in this. So not the security camera, but what happened after the security camera. So I find out that she started seeing this guy at her job. She wants me to meet him. I'm like, well, I really don't care to meet him, but
meet him.
Right. Like, why do I care to meet him? Like, I don't let men in my house, but she wants him to come over for dinner one day. And I'm like, I guess as long as he leaving. So he comes over for dinner. I'm like, when he leaves, I'm like, I don't trust the man. I don't trust him. Point blank, period. If that's what you want to waste your time with, that's on you.
All the radar for the guy is out though. But this one right here, right next to you, tearing up your cars.
Listen.
In Sandy Spring, in Jamaica somewhere with your car.
If it was not for little Momo, she would have been gone. Okay, but I love little Momo. Okay.
Oh, we back on Momo. We ain't heard from Momo in a minute.
I was about to say, we ain't heard nothing from Momo.
Cool. Me and Momo, cool. It's Cassandra that need to be kicked in the face. Okay? So I get this suspicion that this woman has been having this man in my house.
Which is the least of the things.
And I still
at this point.
No, like I said, the next part is even worse.
Okay.
So I start checking the security cameras. And sure enough, this man has been at my house while I was gone. And so I don't need to ask her, but I wanted to see if she was going to outright lie. And for the very first time, she actually admitted, yes, he's been here. And I tell her, don't bring that man back in my house.
He should have never had your address.
I agree. So one night, I have a pool table in my garage. One night she asked me, hey, can I have someone over to shoot pool? And I'm like, as long as they stay in the garage, that's fine. So at that point, it's late. Me and the girls are going to bed. Her daughter still sleeps with me at this point. So me, my daughter, her daughter, we're going to bed. We go to bed. I wake up at like 2:00 in the morning, step out of my bedroom, and I am hit in the face with the smell of weed. And I'm like looking at my front door, like, who is outside smoking weed?
Pass me that blunt. Who's outside smoking weed? Goddamn.
And why they not sharing, right?
And they ain't even passing.
No.
Yeah, take it back, Cassandra.
Absolutely not. I'm like, why do I smell weed outside my door? Right. And then, so that's me looking to my left. I turn to my right. And there is a man sleeping on my couch. And I'm just like frozen because I had never seen this man before in my life.
Oh, so it's a new man.
This is a new man. This is a whole new man. I don't know who this man is.
Whole new man.
And this woman walks out of my kitchen and she sees me and she stops and just like deer in the headlights. And this was the first time out of everything that happened that I cussed at her. And I was like, you about to find yourself on the effing streets. Get this man out of my house. And I was like, why is there a man sleeping on my couch? And she's like, well, he was drunk and high and I didn't want him to get on the road like that. I was like, there's a couch in the garage. He could have slept in the garage. If you had any respect for me and any type of awareness of safety for me and our daughters, why would you bring this man into our house?
She drove headfirst into something. A human or a tree?
And then she's
asking
for respect. Now she's asking for respect. Yeah.
This person doesn't have it.
Listen, I'm just telling you the story of what led up to the current situation. Okay,
isn't it Einstein that says only a fool continues to do the same thing and expects a different result?
So
I don't know if she has respect for herself.
She doesn't. She doesn't have respect for herself. So shortly after that, I tell her she has to go. Her and her daughter, they get out of my house.
He's like, okay? You can go. Momo stays here.
I wish I could have kept Momo. I loved Momo, but I was not ready to be a single parent of 2 children. So they left, right? Since then, I've seen Momo one time.
People like her love using their kids.
Agreed.
No, don't worry. The kid will live great. You won't.
One time after that situation, we went and got her for the weekend, kept her for a weekend, took her back to her mom. I reached out to mom, Cassandra, about a month and a half ago because I wanted to spend time with Momo again. I ain't seen her in a couple of years, but I wanted to spend time with her again. And so this is what the part that I'm asking for advice on. Okay, I'm going to share.
The devil seeps right in.
The what?
The devil seeps right in.
I'm going to share our last conversation and you guys can tell me if you think my decision to just not have anything to do with her or Momo after this is the right decision, or maybe you think I should try to make an effort to be able to spend time with Momo. Heck no. No.
Let me guess. I'll trade you Momo for your vehicle.
So you're okay with brutal honesty?
Yes, I'm okay with brutal honesty.
Okay.
Yes.
All
right. So I called her again. I called her and I was like, hey, I want to see about getting Momo for the weekend.
That sounds so wrong.
So this is her response to me. She said, I prayed and thought about this, but I don't know why you reached out to me.
I don't know why. I don't know.
You said you didn't want to talk to me or see me and everything else. Cool, I get it. I wasn't perfect, and I told you up front I wasn't okay when you came and got us. I made mistakes and asked for forgiveness. It's been years, hun. I'm not that same person, and it's not an emergency, and ain't no emergencies happening no time soon. I'm not just going to hand my daughter off. I'm very protective of my Momo. Something's off, and I'm not cool with how you're moving. If you felt like that with Momo, you still got to go through me to get to her, and you haven't even tried in years. I love you, and I'm here no matter what, but I'm not stupid either. Ain't no way you thought I would just be like, okay, come get her. I was saying, yeah, okay, because I was multitasking. For the last time, I sincerely apologize for putting you through uncomfortable circumstances. But let you tell it, you were dealing with abuse for years from your husband, which I never said to her. I don't know what happened to you, but I will be here and will always lend you an ear and a safe place. I'm not that person from 5 years ago, so you need to let that go. Right. Let's talk about manipulative and crazy. I'm not going to keep apologizing and asking for forgiveness, but God forgave worse. Get to know this, Cassandra, because you don't, and you can't come in our life without knowing the new. You can't have her without me. You went through some mess, and I hate you did, but we ain't caused it. Leave the past in the past. But
what you did cause some of.
Want be here for you. I don't know what that means, but so that was her response to me. I guess I can give you guys my response to her. Okay. So I said, I'm not sure what you think is off, but I'm good over here. Unlike some people, I don't bring mess to others. If I was going through something, I would keep my distance, like I did when I was going through my marriage. If you don't want her to come here, that's fine. But it doesn't make sense for you to put me as her guardian should anything happen to you, but then refuse to let us have a relationship with her. That's strange. It would be very traumatizing for any child to be placed with people they don't know, no matter how kind or loving those people may be towards them. It's easy for you to walk away and wash your hands of what you did while you were here, it seems. It's not that easy for me, so no. You don't get to dictate how this goes, and you don't get to tell me to move on. You put me, Momo, and my daughter's lives in danger when you had a drunk and high, strange man sleeping on my couch. You snuck a man into my home to have relations with while I wasn't here.
Relations.
You lied to me. You wrecked my car, and I had to spend thousands of dollars to get another one. And you think you have the right to tell me, leave the past in the past? You have no such right. And you can't force me to have a friendship with you. You did everything you possibly could to burn that bridge, and you don't get to just apologize and think that it will rebuild it. I decide if you get access to my friendship. And though you may have changed, I don't know you anymore. You can be as cautious and protective as you want to be with Momo. You have that right, and I'm the same way with my daughter. That being said, I took care of your child as though she were my own when you were in jail. You put me as her guardian because you know I would never let anything bad happen to her. So to now say you think something is off whenever I've never lied to you about anything and I've never lived a lifestyle anyone could look at and scrutinize as weird, to say the least. She doesn't have to come here, but don't make it seem like I have ulterior motives because I want my daughter and I to spend time with her. I've never hurt that child, and I never would.
Wow.
I mean, it seems like that's the end.
There was a little bit more back and forth, but
so wait,
there was some more back and forth with her, basically.
Okay, so let's go with the back and forth now.
Okay.
Side story.
She got a lot of nerve, right?
Side story then. Let's
so
go.
Next thing she said, I said what I said. This is out of the blue. You had years to try to see her regardless because she had nothing to do with whatever you had going on. I haven't read all this, but again, you're not talking to the same person from 5 years ago. You ain't trying to see or find out, nor do you have to, and that's cool. We good over here. Again, there is no emergency and no one is hurt. So if you're not willing to move forward all the way, then that's cool. It's been 5 years. That's that. I've never said you hurt anyone. I said you're hurting. To be honest, I'm shocked and blessed that you did. God saw it fit that you reached out. I'm grateful. So again, I did all of what you sent, but I never said you hurt my child. LMAO. I just said something is off with you. She ain't in no danger and doing very well. The past don't make nobody. It's just remembering where you don't want to go back to. Accept it or not. Up to you. People. I said, yep, and I don't want to I don't want to go back to having you in my life. So
go ahead. I mean, if you
okay. So she said, then why you hit me up? Again, I said, nothing is wrong. It's cool. I said, I've already told you why. She said, don't say daughter. She ain't been a factor in years. And if that pissed you off and I wasn't disrespectful, then you're definitely hurting, hun. And when you're ready to talk, I'm here. Wish you the best. I said, I'm not pissed off. You don't have access to my emotions to be able to do that to me. You're right, though. I shouldn't have reached out. You are making this into more drama than it should be. My life is peaceful now. I hope you find peace, too.
No, okay.
Are you a glutton for punishment?
I'm not. I told her I don't want anything to do with her.
Okay.
No, we're good with the back and forth.
There's no discussion.
We're good with the back and forth.
Okay, yes.
We're good with the back and forth. We're good with that.
There's no discussion.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Craig, there's no discussion.
Yeah, I mean, look, the one thing that stands out to me is that, like, y'all are just throwing haymakers at each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that
she don't have a haymaker to throw.
Like y'all are you're just
Well, they're
tossing that stuff.
imaginary, but
She ain't got a haymaker to throw.
Like all the going back and bringing up all that stuff. I mean, that's not really productive to me. Yeah, it's just pointless. That conversation that you had with her, in my humble opinion, is pointless. The whole thing that you should have been like is okay. You know what I mean? She's once you realize that she wasn't open to see, letting you see Momo, then it should have been like okay. Sitting up there throwing in the thing about the dude and all those things is just a pointless and all that stuff. It was a waste of text. You used up you used up what they call text message money for all
use some gigs up.
Yeah, that was way. That's way too much. The whole thing should have been like
time is precious.
Yeah, like that's like what I'm going to have to go with part of it with Cassandra. Like I do understand that like once you reached out, and she said no, then your response should have been like, okay, I'm fine with that. Throwing out all that stuff, what she did again, that's just bringing up, bad memories and triggers, in my humble opinion.
So what are you on her side about?
I'm just thinking that. Like,
are you on her side?
No, he said he was on her side. So I'm like, what exactly are you on her side about?
I just think that whole text stream, it was just way too much. Like, yeah, I think like once you said like, no, you should have been like, okay, cool. I just thought that I could. Y'all trying to build a friendship out of that, like, in a way, it's like, yeah, if you want to see Momo, at least say hi to me. How you doing? What's going on with you? Things of that nature, and then say hi, Momo. Not just like 5 years after you like put her.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, 5 years is
Well, it wasn't 5 years. It's been about 2.5 years since I saw Momo.
Okay, but that's still
but still, you got to be like, how are you doing? What's going on? Not just like, hey, can I see your daughter? You know what I'm saying? Like that to me was
because that does sound weird. Like I said, I was laughing at it, but it sounded like it was just
so for a little bit of context. So between the time whenever I saw her daughter last, she called me and asked me for money. And whenever she did that, I was just like, "Listen, I can send you this."
Momo's asking for money.
Momo's mom called and asked me for money. And I told her, I was like, listen, if I send you this money, you can never call or text me or reach out to me for anything else again unless it has to do with Momo. Because you've already gone beyond my limits of kindness, my limits of generosity. You've already taken advantage of that. If you want to ask me for money right now, I think she was asking me for like $40. I was like, you can never ask me for anything else after this.
That ain't bad.
No, it ain't bad. But after I'd already spent thousands of dollars of having to get in a new vehicle, you have the audacity to ask me for anything after you put my life in danger, my daughter's life in danger.
Well, look, right. So, like, why did she get the $40? Like, you got to understand, like what are your boundaries, Sade? Like your boundaries are beyond she broke the mirror and like it's almost like
she broke the mirror, she broke the car.
She broke the car, and yet still she brought a guy to her house. You saw the security guys, then she brings a guy on your couch, and then like you put her out, and then she calls you for money and you say, okay.
But I mean she said well see the thing is you did say because this is more content to the actual context to it. So it's hey, I don't want nothing to do with you. So it's like
hey, this relationship ends at the fact that you have made it clear, because she said this to me on multiple occasions. If anything ever happens to me, I want Momo to come live with you. She was like, I don't trust my family with Momo. If anything happens to me, she's coming to you. Okay, well, if you want her to come live with me, should anything happen to you, I need to have a relationship with her.
Well, I
don't
think
just uproot a child.
That should have been talked about. Like when you got back in contact, hey, listen, do you still have me as her guardian? You still have me as this and that. Do you still feel that way? Do you feel, because we need to work something out where, at least she spends the summer here, or she spends this here, or something. Like y'all still got to have communication.
That was what was in her text message when she was saying, but there is no emergency happening, because I tried to have that conversation with her. Like, hey, if there's an emergency situation that does happen and she does have to come stay with me, she needs to have a relationship with us.
Well, then on your part, if you
but this
want
doesn't
to have that
sound like
you have to ask her. You have to ask her, like, how are you doing? Like, you have to look at her. Like, you have to talk to her mom. Like, you have to do that. Like, unless.
But this isn't. I don't know. This ain't a rational person though. This ain't a. I mean, this ain't. This ain't a. I ain't talking about you too, actually. But I'm talking about mainly this chick, because you know what? You ever see? You ever describing somebody bad, and then you look at the person next to you? Yeah, you too. This fits you too. Yeah, I don't know. This is
There's so many red flags.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I'm not talking about what happened 5 years ago, okay? I'm talking about the recent conversation. I get it. 5 years ago, I should have put my foot down. She should have been out of my house long before all that other stuff happened.
But you brought it up. Like, you brought the 5-year stuff. To
provide context. I wanted there to be context as to why I still want to build a relationship with the daughter, but don't want to have anything to do with the mom.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Well, that's something that you have to have a little bit of something. Now, even if
you got to have something,
even if you're, like you said, you don't care for this person has done you wrong, and a lot of times that happens. But like you said, there's still a trust and a bond that it's like, hey, listen, I trust you more than my own family. That's saying a lot. But
wait a second. I'm a good person. I didn't think about that for a second.
That's
a good person.
That's saying a lot.
Steven, that's pretty good. I like that. I got to give you a high five for that, Steven. I mean, this one, right? Sade, you did a lot with this one. You did a lot.
I did a lot.
You did a lot. But
you did a lot of nothing but get taken for a ride.
You're not wrong.
You reaching out to her and saying these things. I think you should have not. You should have either let bygones be bygones, even Momo. You know what I'm saying? Or when you reach out to her, like, you have to establish some kind of
connections,
some sort of connection. Just coming out of
boundaries and boundaries. Like, hey, listen. This is for Momo. This is for, us to have an understanding. We have some kind of relationship, but this ain't, you about to come over and bring all your shenanigans. Shenanigans.
Use that in a sentence. Look at you.
All the shenanigans that you bring with you. Yeah. Don't, this ain't for that. This is for strictly the children. This is for our kids can have some kind of relationship, just in case something happened to you. I mean, it's obviously you gonna keep getting into accidents. So one of those you're not gonna be able to walk out from. So we need to have a good relationship back and forth with this child in our home. So, and sometimes you gotta not butter people up, but sometimes you gotta be polite. And you gotta deal with people. You can't just, where's Momo?
It wasn't like that. So the conversation I had with her, the first conversation. So you guys are only getting the text message portion of the conversation.
So you guys talked on the phone.
Yes, I called her first. And the conversation I had when I called her was more so
like
along the... No, it wasn't. It wasn't. But she was just like, I don't understand why you want to come around now. And I was like, well... I was like, I had just gotten divorced. And I said, whenever I was married, I was not in a good place to be able to bring her into that. I said, and I tried to explain to her, I was like, it just was not a good situation. And if I'm not in a good place, I'm not going to bring somebody else into that situation if I'm not good. So that's why now that situation is closed, that chapter is closed, I feel like it's an appropriate time to reach back out to reestablish that connection. I'm not going to bring her into a situation where I'm not even good. Like, that relationship wasn't a good relationship. Why would I bring a child around that?
Okay.
I mean, look, it's all well and good. I just believe that, I think that both of y'all, it seems like for her, wherever, I don't know where she is in her life, but for you specifically.
She said she good, shouty.
Yeah, she said she good over there.
She said, you ain't got to worry about it. I good over here.
I think that you are still very salty just about her. You know what I mean? And I think that, like, it definitely showed in your text messages, and like, because like if we're going to be real about it, there's got to be some sort of forgiveness when you reach out, especially for that. And for you to sit up here and say, "Oh no, you brought niggas to," you know what I'm saying? You brought, this dude was on my couch. You did all that stuff. That's just bringing up old stuff that's not going to be productive in any situation at all. So
I mean, it's not. I agree. It's not going to be productive. The only reason I brought it up is because
she seemed like she was gaslighting.
Yeah, she was gaslighting me. It's like I was the problem.
Yeah, it did sound like she was like, "Boy, let me tell you."
Yeah, like I was the problem, and I was like, "Hold up,
I had to cut it off."
Did you forget all the stuff that you did while you was here? Let me remind you. This is the reason we don't have a relationship. It's not because of something I've done, but because of the many things you've done.
Remember when you messed up my car?
I mean,
remember when you broke my rearview mirror?
Like,
wait a minute, that was you.
That very first message that she sent, she was like, "Something is up. Something's wrong with you." And I'm like,
It sounded like she was just pushing buttons. You know, women, sometimes y'all.
Yeah, sometimes they link up. Their little periods link up.
Y'all gotta do some scratch and claw. Oh, okay, really? And man, she looking at the text message.
So for my thing, I'm just gonna say, like, if you want to have a relationship with Momo, if that is important, then you have to also have some sort of relationship with her mother, whatever that entails. You know, maybe you have to go out and do lunch, or maybe you have to go out and do something like that. But you're going to have to establish some sort of connection with Cassandra in order for you to, if that's important, if Momo is that important, because you ain't gonna get through Momo without Mama.
Well, I've determined, I've determined that, you know, it's not worth it. I've been through enough at the hands of Momo's mama. I don't need to experience that again. So I've just decided, you know, let the cards land where they may land. And just because she's put me down as the guardian does not mean I have to take on that responsibility. So there we go.
When did you learn that?
At this very moment.
At this very moment. During this podcast filming.
Right now. Is where she learned that.
I've determined that, you know what, I don't want anything to do with Momo's mama. And unfortunately, that might trickle down to Momo. Even though I love the little girl to death, for the time that she lived with me, I considered her like my child. Ultimately, it's not my responsibility.
I believe I think that you should find them and do lunch.
No, thank you. For what reason?
For Momo's sake.
For Momo's sake?
Well,
I mean,
and I don't think
for
that's
Momo's sake, and to see. And I mean, you're very adventurous, and you already let her use the car and break it like so many times.
Twice.
Why not actually just see if? And I'm not actually agreeing with this, but I'm just saying, like, for Craig's point,
for kicks and giggles.
Yeah, for kicks and giggles, just to see, has this person actually changed? Because people say, oh, well, I ain't the same person I used to be. I never trust when a woman says that. But that's besides the point.
I would love that. I would love if you do that. I think that you should.
He wants to make another video.
Right.
So, yes, exactly. I think this.
I would love for.
Are you paying?
I would love for you to go ahead and do that again.
Are you paying?
And
Craig?
talk about it.
Oh, yeah, I'll pay for lunch.
You pay for lunch first?
I'll pay for lunch.
Oh.
Let me know when.
He's like, this is going to be entertaining. Heck yeah. Make sure you record it. Go live.
I think our viewers would love to know how Cassandra's doing these days. That's what I believe.
Can a bridge be built for Momo?
Yes.
The bridge of Momo.
Nigel, I need you to lock that one in because that's going to be the episode.
Oh my gosh.
The bridge to Momo. I mean, Sky Daddy.
That
I feel funny saying Sky Daddy.
funny.
Can I just call him Nigel? Sky Daddy don't roll off the tongue. Can I just call him Nigel?
Okay. So I think we have our final thoughts. Y'all think for kicks and giggles, I need to go take Cassandra out to lunch with Momo. Oh goodness, that's
like I said, if it's this important to you,
if it's that important, and I think at one point,
I think maybe you should see
it was important
just to see how much she's changed because it's gonna come out.
Well, whenever I talked to her, I found out she was living with somebody else. So I'm like, you ain't changed that much.
Damn.
Like,
I mean, well, hold on. We don't speculate. We're not going to speculate there.
She's like, oh, that's hitting a lot of close to home. So,
hold on. I got fish behind me. I have my own stuff. Like, I got a tank behind me. So
we talking about something else.
I swear, the both of you are always.
Is that bus coming through again?
Oh my gosh, the bus.
Oh.
Beep beep.
Y'all are on this today. I see that.
Ain't no y'all.
Final thoughts is, I think that you should reach out to, and no matter be like, hey, you know what? Like, you're right. We should, I would like to have lunch with you because something. Yeah, I think you should. Absolutely. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with you because you're I don't want the religion in here, but you are that.
But Craig, yeah, are you really that optimistic for real?
Yeah, do you really think this is a good
I'm
idea?
an optimistic guy. I think I'm an optimistic dude. Like, look, this is the thing. Like, I mean, we're doing this podcast because she felt a certain kind of way at one point, right? At one point. So even though that we're giving her our unsolicited advice, the main purpose of her reaching out was for her to see Momo. So my thing is, like, I'm sitting up here looking at it like she thinks Momo is that important. This lady put her down as our guardian. So let's see Momo.
Could destroy your friend. Like, she could.
No. So we're not allowing we're putting up
we're not talking
boundaries.
about that. I'm not. We're not saying
boundaries. We're going into a restaurant. We're going to chill for a couple of hours and then we're bouncing. You know what I mean? You're not coming to my house. You're not getting in my car. We're not doing any of that. This is going to be like, a lunch and go home. And I think there's nothing wrong with that.
Just to see, just to see if it's that important to you. If it isn't, if it's something that you can drop and not even think about it no more, don't worry about it.
But I don't think that's it. I know her. I know Sade. And this is like, for her to do that, you got to understand what kind of woman, all the stuff that she's been through. The girl broke her mirror, and then she still let her drive the car. and then the girl drove into a tree. Sade still let her stay with her. And then after all of that, Sade still calls her and be like, hey, I want to see Momo. You got to understand the thought process behind Sade for her to do that. So yes, this is very important to Sade.
But it's bigger than her. It's bigger than Sade. She can't play around with somebody like that. Sade has a child. She can't play around with somebody who's not responsible because it trickles in directions that will, affect her daughter as well.
Really?
I mean, that was very dangerous for her to have a guy over. You know what I'm saying? To have her address. That's very dangerous.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah. No one's not saying that was. Yeah.
I'm not that. But what is a look, after all of that,
a cordial relationship for Momo is what we're
still reached out. So yeah, this is all about Momo, right? But
she's going to use Momo to scheme. She's not going to have a genuine thing going on.
Well, we're speculating. So, I'm
if that's the case.
She's almost going to be a pawn in the game,
I mean, because we've never heard. Did she ever use Momo as a bargaining chip or anything? Well,
I mean, the time whenever she was like needing money for diapers and wipes because she spent all of her money on things that she wanted.
But that still was for Momo.
That's what I said. Her using Momo.
She established a relationship with her. You established a relationship with this girl, and I believe, Nigel, after all of that, I hear exactly what you're saying. Like, if you're going to live in that past realm, yeah, all that stuff was dangerous. But again, if you know Sade, the fact that she still reached out after all of that, you know, that Sade has a thing in her heart for this girl. And I don't think lunch is so bad to sit up here and say, hey, you know, Cassandra, you know, blase, 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 you're right. I'm not trying to do this. Let's do lunch. So you'll see where I'm coming from. I'll see where you're coming from. And then maybe if it's still important for you to have Momo, you know, me as her guardian to Momo in an emergency, we can still establish some sort of relationship so that can continue.
No, because if you're dropping it, you definitely you need to take me off of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because obviously if you're still going down the same path that you was going, I'm not saying people don't change, except for women. No,
we do not agree with Steven on that. We don't all agree.
Oh yeah, because I forgot I work with I'm around a whole bunch of neutered men around here. I forgot about that.
Oh,
I forgot.
I gotta break this up.
Oh my God.
The light is flashing. We're at an hour now.
Oh, okay. All right, guys. So that ends this episode of No Unsolicited Advice. Thank you for joining us. Remember,
is this worthy of a part 2?
What?
Do we need a part 2 for this?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll take
continued. To be continued.
Yeah, lunch, whatever.
Yeah. So what you gonna do Sunday? Yes or no? You gonna do it?
I don't know.
You gonna do it Sunday?
I'll think about it. I'll mull over it.
My sanity is on the line.
Your sanity, my sanity is too, apparently. But thank you guys for joining us for this episode of No Unsolicited Advice. Please tell us what you think in the comments. If you think I should take her to lunch and give you guys a part 2, let me know. Let me know.
High five. We should do it. Part 2.
Until next time, guys, make smart choices. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you for joining us for this episode of No Unsolicited Advice. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you need our opinion on your life's problems, you can email us at advice@nounsolicitedadvice.net. But please do so at your own risk. And until next time, make smart choices.